wanted to take a sec to talk about tabletop flattening. It's a real popular topic that I get messaged about. How do I get my tabletops as flat as possible? So after you do your glue up and you scrape off the excess glue, you start with your level. And you just take your pencil and every foot or so you set it down and you see where your high spots are and you start marking them off. Okay? After you do that, you take an electric hand plane and I do a process called blending. Okay? If it's on the outside, I do 3-4 passes on the high spots on the outside, and then I start blending in. Because I don't want to create any craters or divots, that I'm going to have to try to fix after the fact. So 3-4 passes, blend in. If the high spots are on the inside, 3-4 passes, and then fan out. After you do that, you kind of repeat the process. Put the level down and see how you're making out. It usually takes a few times, 2-3 times, before you get it pretty close to level. Once you do that, you take your sander, in this case the Festool Rotex 150, and I start with 40 grit to get rid of all the plane marks and to really kind of smooth it out as to, for one surface. So after I go through 40 grit, I start going through the grits. Okay, 40, 60, then 80. Once I get to 80, I do the hand test. Okay, just you can tell by hand if you have any waves or bumps, high spots or whatever, something that just doesn't feel flat. And depending on the area, I'll either use my block plane, there's a Wood River block plane, or I'll use the Wood River number 6. And I'll just go through the process of just kind of blending in spots that don't feel as flat as I would like. After I've gone through that process, I go right back to sanding. Starting where I left off at 80, and then going all the way through the grits. 80, 120, 150, 220, 320, and 500. And if you do that, if you take the time to do that, your tabletop will be immaculate. Okay? One thing that I learned is going through the grits is the crucial thing. Don't jump. Don't go from 60 to 150 to 500. Start and go up incrementally, and you will achieve the best finish possible for your tabletop. So as you can see, it's not a real difficult process. It's a tedious one, but if you take the time to do it right, you will achieve a really flat tabletop with an incredible finish on it. So thank you so much for asking the questions about it, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks a lot.